Okay, so I've sort of become addicted to this site more or less. I do spend a lot of time hanging around here. I suppose it's in the spirit of things to put out a video once in a while. When I first started out, I wasn't really spending all that much time here, and I was making videos about video games, which I like. I like video games. I wasn't really getting the video quality that I wanted out of them. But I probably would have stayed with that except, well, I used to hang around on Yahoo quite a bit. Up until about a month ago or so, or whenever it was when they killed off the news message boards. Yeah, that's what I loved to do, was hang around on those news message boards. I loved those boards. The Yahoo news message boards were great. Every news story that came out of AP or Reuters automatically had a forum attached to it. Sometimes a brand new forum, sometimes an old one that they just dug up somewhere with messages on it from like 3 years ago about a story that had nothing to do with this one. But a couple things made this great. One, the forums were directly attached to these news stories, and that dragged in every kind of individual there is. Anybody who would read that news story, there's a good chance they'd click on that forum button and have something to say about it. And the other thing was that Yahoo had a huge user base. I mean, there's thousands of people on that site all the time. So these news boards were busy. I mean, you can find discussion boards all over the internet, but most of them, there just ain't that many people there. Then you had Usenet, but Usenet, oh, how can you put it, didn't draw as wide a demographic. I mean, Usenet was full of basically, snotty little overeducated freaks who thought they invented the internet. Yahoo was full of people who were, they had no idea where the internet came from, but they were pretty sure it wasn't invented by Al Gore. That was a consensus. In fact, they were pretty sure to cover that ground about at least once every 20 minutes or so, just to make sure. And they wouldn't want to let you forget that. I mean, Yahoo was middle America, Yeah, it was beautiful, man. Because you had all these people coming in. And these were opinionated people, too. I mean, these were people that actually read the news. So, right off the bat, they've got opinions. And you had every kind in there. You had screamers and schizoids and morons of every kind. And every once in a while, just for variety, there'd be somebody that actually knew what the hell he was talking about. And then, of course, they had trolls. I mean, I know trolls came from Usenet, but on Yahoo, the trolls sometimes were just about this close to taking over. It was great. I loved it. I spent all my time there. And then they shut it down right out of the blue. And I know who did it, too. It was Neil Buddy. That's his name, Neil Buddy. I have no idea why they got rid of those message boards.
There's a few people that are monopolizing the boards.
I don't know. I mean, for a long time, it felt like those boards were, the unwanted stepchild of the Yahoo family. I mean, there were times when the whole board would just go down for days on end with no explanation ever given. Or the Rex feature would just stop working for no reason given. Where you could hand out recommendations to different people if you like what they wrote. That would just stop working for no reason and start working again a few days later for no reason. It was like YouTube in a lot of ways, really. The message boards were really bugged out, but there was never an explanation given for it. And there was never any apparent attempt to fix any of this. Really made you wonder. I mean, all the right-wing morons would say,
"Oh, they're trying to stamp out our opinions."
And the left-wing morons were dead certain that they were trying to stamp out the left-wing moron opinions. It was all a big conspiracy. Which, who knows? Maybe it was. I have my own theory about it. My theory is it's all down to market research. This is how I figure it. If you go up to the website Search Engine Watch, I think it's called, or just spend any time on Google looking up information about search engines, you'll find out real quick that all these search engines are controlled by market researchers. And what exactly is a market researcher anyway? Well, I'll tell you, he's a parasite. Market researchers are what's wrong with America today. That's why your damn car don't work. If anybody out there still has a TV made in America, the reason it don't work either is because of them market researchers. They are the cause of it all. That's why the Yahoo boards were broke half the time. That's why the YouTube boards don't work worth a crap. They come in there, they pin down the CEO or whoever's running the place, And they convince them, no, don't spend your money fixing this crap. No, you should spend all your money doing surveys and figuring out exactly what it is the people want. And yet somehow they never quite manage to figure out that maybe what the people would like to have is maybe a car that don't fall apart 6 months after you buy it, a DVD player that don't break down 6 months after you buy it, and that can actually format blank discs. Yeah, I got a Philips DVD recorder sitting right here that I got back from the factory to replace the one I bought before. This is supposed to be a DVD recorder. It cannot format discs. Oh yeah, you put a blank one in there, it can record on that, fine, sure, yeah. But go and erase your RW disc and put it back in there, and what happens? You can't format it. And it can't recognize it anymore. Total piece of junk. Philips Magnavox. I got this thing called an ILO, made by Korean children, probably 5 years old, chained to a table somewhere. Costs less than $100. Does everything. Yeah, it was made by slave labor, but they don't have market researchers. So that's my theory about it. Neil Buddy, he's in with the market researchers. That's what it's all about. And anyway, that's why I'm on YouTube now. Yep, they took away my news message board, so I have to hang around this dump. Life is hard, ladies and gentlemen. These message boards are even worse than Yahoo's. Technically, I mean. They're not so hard. They're not so great from the demographic point of view either. I miss Yahoo. And I know it's only a matter of time that YouTube is messed up by market researchers too. You can already see it happening. They've got money now. They got $1.65 billion, but you don't see them spending it on making the damn website work now, do you? Where do you think they're spending it? I'll tell you where they're spending it. They're spending it on market researchers. They probably got about 1,000 of them by now. And they're up there, writing surveys and conducting focus groups and doing all kinds of worthless crap like that instead of making the website work. Let's see, what else did I want to mention? Ah, yes. Baby selling. I've been thinking about this for a while. A lot of problems in the world. People want to know what to do about abortion, unwed mothers, the plummeting birth rates amongst suburban white folks who'd rather buy a new car than have another kid, which I think is great because I'd rather have a car than another kid, that's for damn sure. But I hear on the news now that this is a problem. So I've been thinking what to do. And it's clear, it's obvious. Got to sell babies. It's the ultimate solution. Think about it. Let the market decide. You put your little babies out there on the open market, your unwed mothers get what they want, your prospective adoptive parents get what they want, little money changes hands, few $1,000s, $10,000, whatever the market will bear, ladies and gentlemen. It's the American way. I tell you, nobody would ever have an abortion again. Oh, hell no. They'd be throwing money down the drain, wouldn't it? Hell, they'd go out and have another kid as soon as they could. They'd make a career out of it. And take good care of themselves too, Yeah, I know, it sounds like stupid satire. You probably read it somewhere before, but I'm serious. I'm telling you, the more you think about it, the more sense it makes. So anyway, that's more or less what I'm doing here. Hanging around looking for a replacement to Yahoo, which I'm pretty sure ain't going to be YouTube, but in the meantime, I guess I do have to put a video of some sort every once in a while just to keep up appearances, I guess. Right now, this is it. But it's sort of the point of the whole website, so there you go. So anyway, if you've gotten this far, congratulations, I've suckered you into wasting 10 minutes of your life. I'm sure there's some market researcher at YouTube that's going to thank you for it.